Well, the White House is getting really clever by getting grant programs out there without going to Congress and getting them to approve some big budget. What they're doing now is helping with housing and paying rent payments. Okay, we had a national rent program during the COVID. Okay, and now that's dissipating and slowly going out. And there's a lot of states that still have the money, so you want to check there too. But this is a program now they're running through Medicaid. And why is there? Because it's a health issue. Okay, so if you're winding up on the street, and this is what's happening now in our country, we have more evictions than ever before. Rents are going higher, so people are being evicted. And homelessness creates that. I mean, is the result of that. So how do we stop people from being homeless? And that's what's important. So they started this program. Well, where is it? It's here. Okay, from Medicaid. So you got to contact your Medicaid people in your state level. So you could go to 211, call them and say where the Medicaid office is, or call your elected official. And that's on, you could find them at commoncause.org, because they're giving out 6 months rents. Now it's in 18 states right now, and it's rolling out. More states will have it all the time. So you want to know where it is in your state, and or when it's going to come to your state, or who's talking about it. How do I find out about it? And that's where you do. They're the sources to find out about it. But also all the things, probably utilities and down payments, and that's usually covered in this kind of stuff too, is to keep you housed. Now here's another thing about if you're worried about eviction, or you get a eviction notice and things like that, is don't forget to get a lawyer. And there's free lawyers. If you go to findhelp.org and you find a free lawyer there, and they'll fight it for you. Now this data here shows that people who get a lawyer win, listen to this, 70% of the time, or actually no, 93% of the time. If you're a tenant and you go to with a lawyer to court, you win 93% of the time. If you don't have a lawyer, you lose 70% of the time. So, in other words, if you don't have a lawyer, you lose 70% of the time. The judge is going to say, okay, the landlord wins. If you bring a lawyer, you're going to lose only 7% of the time. Man, that's a hell of a lot of difference. And that's why there's a lot of free lawyers that will do this for you for free. And to make sure you get the free lawyers, you go findhelp.org and look for legal help there and how to find a free lawyer. You have to have a free lawyer and get a lawyer if you're going to handle an eviction notice. But also to find other places. So maybe you're, where you live, your state doesn't have this Medicaid offer now. So what you do, one thing you go to ncsha.org, and I'll put the link in the description below. All these links will be there. And you put in your state. Here it is. See, there's a map of the United States. You click on your state to see about the national program in your state. If that doesn't work for you, then you have more places to go. You go to findhelp.org. Put in your zip code, like I do here, 20009. Put there, and then it'll go to the programs. Okay, now it shows you 3,400 grant programs where I live. Okay, my zip code. So I'll put in rent here. Put in rent and search for rent. Okay, 78 programs that help people for rent. You start calling every one of them, even if they're for you or not, and you ask them, hey, okay, maybe you're not for me, but you know anybody else that may be help for me? That's how you help, because they know more than anybody, because they're in the business of helping people. They talk to people like you every day, and so they learn so much that you'll never learn, but you could use them. They're free. These are all people that get grants to help you for free. Nothing better than that. And that's why we teach you how to use the system in the United States. And it's out there for anybody to use. You don't need money. You don't need talent. You don't need to know anybody. You just have to know where to go. And I love telling people where to go. Well, it's such a pleasure to help people. And sure, it's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. But the programs are there. These programs give out an average of $20,000 to every family in America every single year. It keeps growing no matter who's in town. It's there. The rich people know about it. Millionaires become billionaires on grant programs. So why don't you at least get the money you need to survive? That's the important. That's what we do at letsgohelp.com. And we also have our own grants. We give out now $75,000 every month just to members to help them with daily expenses. $75,000. We're just a small little company, man. This is big money, at least in my opinion. In Washington, it's change you find in your sofa. But $75,000 a month, that's important to me. And we find it's very important to a lot of our members. So let me help you one way or another.